Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be continuing with If Naruto was full uzumaki. Make sure to leave a like on the video, and without further ado, let's get right into it.
You are watching Shinobi LX. Enjoy.
So last up this part off with well, Naruto sending Zabuza and Haku off to go talk to the rest of the Kage. Um yeah, that doesn't really matter. Just know they went to go talk to all the Kage. Anyway, so let's get down to the neat and greedy. So Naruto as Hokage, he's telling this like Sasuke and basically he's saying that he's planning on like breaking the village down and seeing what's at its core and then rebuilding it from the ground up. Metaphorically speaking, obviously. And kind of literally. So Sasuke were like, how do you plan on doing that, knowing that this village is still gonna hold secrets even from the Hokages? And Naruto was like, that's what I have you guys for. And he's basically referring to Sasuke and Kakashi. You know, the two people that have the Sharingan and the Mangekyo and could get almost anything out of anybody. And just to answer this question, I don't necessarily know if this is canon or not, but since Obito wasn't really going blind, I don't think Kakashi could go blind. I don't know, because they never brought that up. Like, Kakashi never said anything about his vision blurry, like getting blurrier. So I don't know if that's the case or not, but yeah. I'm not gonna say he has the eternal Mangekyo because I don't think that's how it works. But I'm gonna say he does have his Mangekyo. Anyway, so Kakashi was like, well, even if that is the case, Naruto, you kind of just sent one of your best people out to do a favor for you to hold a summit to ask the other villages for the summit. And Naruto's like, Zabuza and Haku have their mission and you two have yours. And Karin comes in and was like, Naruto, why? Karin comes into the room and was like, Naruto, we have a slight problem. Like, now that we look, Karin and May, I'm gonna say it was Karin. Yeah, Karin and May walk into the room was like, now that we look at like some of the stuff that the Leaf Village are doing, there's a lot of like things like there are a lot of people that don't have homes, and then when they do, it's like they're barely getting any food. A lot of people can't even get health, like can't even go to the hospital because it's too expensive. Like either the quality of this village is gonna the either we have to improve the quality of the village, or this village is eventually just going to run itself into the ground anyway. So Naruto, for the past like not 3 months, but like the past month, I'm gonna say it took them a whole month to travel from village to village. Haku and Zabuza. For the past month, Naruto has been improving the Leaf Village drastically. Like basically, he's giving people jobs, and those people that don't have jobs, well, and those people that have jobs but don't get enough like money, like to support their families, they're getting not paid by Naruto, but Naruto's paying their company, like paying the people that's paying them a little bit extra, like gave them a little bit extra money to support their families. Basically, yeah, like yeah, what I said. And Naruto's whole ideal is because he know when he assumed power, he basically just committed a murder. Like he basically his cabinet basically committed a murder, like several murders in front of his entire people. So Naruto has to win back over his people. And Shikamaru was like, Naruto, like a lot of people are starting to trust you more. And Naruto was like, that was the plan. And Shikamaru asks him like, "What's your end goal here?" And Naruto's like, "My end goal here is to rebuild this world the way that I see fit, and no one else." So Shikamaru was like, "Naruto, that's a dangerous path. You can be seen as a tyrant or a hero." And Naruto reminds him like, "I don't." Naruto tells him like, "It doesn't matter." And Shikamaru was like, "Either way it goes, I can't really go against you because you're my Hokage. You're my superior, so." Yeah, Naruto looks at him and was like, "Not like you can." Anyway, I have to go. And as Naruto's leaving, the first Naruto had a specific mission for Zabuza and Haku. The first village, instead of going to the Sand Village direct, like instead of going to the village that was closer to them, I think is the Sand Village. I don't know, don't really care. Instead of going to the Sand Village first, they go to the Land of Lightning. I think that's what it's called or whatever, which is the Raikage's area. The village hidden in the clouds. I don't really care. They go there and they ask B to help Naruto master the Nine Tails power. Because Naruto knows if he can master the Nine Tails power, that is going to open up a whole new realm of like stuff. Because like the stuff that he couldn't do then, he was going to be able to do now. So like after Shikamaru leave, like right, Naruto's like, "Anyway, I have to go." And when Naruto opens the door, B and the Raikage are standing right there, and Sasuke and Kakashi are with Naruto, and he basically puts Kain in charge, and just for like, because Naruto's gonna be gone for a couple of days, so Naruto puts Kain in charge, and Mei was like, well, Shikamaru was like, "Why not put me in charge?" And Naruto was like, "Sorry, Shikamaru, but we just need a face right now. We don't need the brain as a whole. We just need the face." So Naruto leaves, and Karin was like, "Anyway, Shikamaru, what that basically meant was, you can technically be in charge, but right now I'm the face. So, do what you want, and I'm gonna go do what I want." So Shikamaru, looks at axes made for like axes made for the stuff, like, he axes made for like things that like what's Naruto planning, and Mei tells him like, this is what's Naruto planning. This is how he's gonna do it. And Shikamaru looks at this and was like, "This is like amazing, because if Naruto's able to pull this off, not only will like he improve the quality of the village alone, he will improve a lot of things, like the quality of the shinobi. He's planning on building an entire new school, upgrading the educational system, things like that. Like, he's gonna drastically change the entire Hidden Leaf Village, all within like the next year or two, well, within like the next 8 months. And May was like, "Yeah, but that's if he can do, that's if whatever he's gonna go do now, that's if he can get that done." And and Shikamaru was like, "What is that?" And she was like, "Sorry, Naruto said I can tell you everything else but that." So we flash back over to be Naruto, Sasuke, and yeah, and the Raikage. And the Raikage was like, "Anyway, what are you planning on telling us about the summit?" And Naruto was like, "Oh, I'm not planning to say anything, but I know something that is." And the Raikage was like, "This better not be a trap." And Naruto was like, "How is it going to be a trap on you guys' soil? On your guys' soil? Like, that wouldn't make any sense. If I wanted to trap you, I could have trapped you back when we were on my turf." So the Raikage was like, "True. Anyway, it's here." And B basically explains what happens. And if you know what's happening now, yeah, he he's going to get KCM. So basically, Naruto goes in there. Naruto goes inside the waterfall, and he begins to fight like his self that he you know yeah, he begins to fight himself. And this version of himself is like, you're not So at the beginning of their fight, they're just fighting, and Naruto's like, I can't believe like this is actually me. And the other version of Naruto was like, oh, what do you think? Like the evil side or whatever. Like, what did you think this was? You thought this was just a pastime? You thought that you can push all these thoughts back in the back of your head and none of this will come back to haunt you? And then Naruto starts losing the upper advantage, and he's like, I'm stronger, faster, more smarter than you. You could have been me, but instead you let your emotions and your friends get the best of you. They're only using you because of your power, Naruto. That May girl, think about it. She almost abandoned you. She abandoned you, Naruto. All because she felt like she wasn't needed anymore. She was so easily and so quickly ready to leave, and you took her back without hesitation. You're weak. But I can help you. Just give in, Naruto. And Kakashi was like, "This isn't good. Naruto doesn't seem like he's doing okay. Let's go back." So Naruto was like, "No, I can't. Not now, not ever. My friends need me. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I couldn't deal with my problems by myself, and I still can't. But what I can do now is fight the enemy in front of me. The enemy is myself. The enemy is my pent-up emotions. Now it's my turn." And he's basically like, Naruto tells him like, yo, like, although like you're right, she could have left, but she didn't. The same way I could have dealt with you a long time ago, but I didn't. I bottled you away and stuck you away in here. Now you're ready to fight and leave this place and wreak havoc upon the world. But that's not how this is going to work. We're going to hash this out right here, right now, one last time. And they begin fighting again, and at first it seemed like Naruto still had the evil version of Naruto still had the upper advantage. Then as time went on, he lost the advantage, and like 3 minutes after he realized that he was losing the advantage, Naruto basically grabbed him, like as he was like slowly losing himself to his own, like as soon as the evil version of Naruto started getting madder, basically getting emotional, Naruto grabs him and was like, he hugs him and he's like, it's okay now. I know you were here, and I know I have to deal with you. So, some other time, we can have a conversation. Clearly, that's not going to happen. But yeah, sure, let's just say it is. And he, like, yeah, kind of like his eyes kind of, yeah, go away from that, go back to blue and white. And now Naruto's able to enter the full thing, like the actual place. So when Naruto gets in there, the Nine Tails is like, so you finally came in here for my power, huh? You know, I knew eventually you were going to get tired of using only a little bit. That small fraction of my power that I let you use. And Naruto's like, either we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way, Nine Tails. It's up to you. And the Nine Tails looks at Naruto and smirks and was like, I don't know what made you think we were doing this the easy way. You're gonna have to earn my power, kiddo. Just like you should. Just like the same way that the Eight Tails. Clearly not. Clearly that's not how that worked. I don't know if the Eight Tails had did that. Like, I don't know if B did that with the Eight Tails. He probably did, but I don't know. So yeah, their fight begins, and Naruto doesn't know how to use the chakra chains, but he does have them. This is a receipt, but I don't know for what. I guess I'll check later. So what happens is that Naruto uses the chakra chains to pin him down, but then like the Nine Tails shoots like a huge, like a small tail beast bomb at Naruto, basically throwing him back. And the Nine Tails is like, "Come on, Naruto, if you lose." My baby brother stuck a baby Yoda sticker to the side of my dresser. My baby, not baby. Nine Tails like, if you lose, I'll end up taking over your body, and God knows what I'll do. Maybe I might actually take advantage of this and just kill off everybody in the Leaf Village. And Naruto was like, that's not gonna happen. And he looks up and he smirks, and he was like, what? And when the Nine Tails turns around, he sees like two clones behind him, and they just like explode, like their stomachs just like explode with chakra, like not chakra, like with the chakra chains, like a whole bunch of chakra chains come flowing out their stomachs. And Naruto places down like a seal to restrain him. And Naruto, he uses those things to pull the Nine Tails chakra out. And the Nine Tails is like, fine, you win, I guess. And lo and behold, you all know who shows up here. Kushina, yay! So that kind of, it doesn't go like, oh, you're the real embodiment of the Nine Tails. Naruto basically just has a really real, like a real heart-to-heart conversation with his mom. It kind of goes somewhere along the lines of this, like Naruto not knowing who she is and just thinking that she's like, because the only thing that Naruto knew was that she was the fourth Hokage's like wife. I don't even think, does he know that Minato is that? I don't think I said that in this one. He knows that he's the fourth Hokage's wife and the last Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, so he just thinks that this is just like he gets to see the people that held the Nine Tails. So when Naruto like asks her like, "Is this just like do I just get to see you and you just get to tell me how hard it was for you to take on the Nine Tails and you got to be strong, things like that." And she punches him, and Naruto's like, "What the hell was that for?" And she's like, "It's rude to talk to your mom like that." And Naruto stops and looks and was like, "Wait, you're my mom?" And she was like, "Yeah." And yeah, it kind of gets sappier and sappier from there. I'm not gonna go too much into detail. Naruto, after like it took like a whole bunch, like it took like almost an entire day for Naruto to gain access to the Nine Tails abilities and power. So when he came back, like when he left the waterfall, Naruto activated the power, and Naruto was like, I can do so much. I can use those scrolls now that I couldn't use before. And the Naruto was like, don't get too carried away. And the Naruto was like, you're not a bad. I'm so confused. Why exactly are you still in the cage? Like, can't you just not be in the cage? And the Naruto was like, nope, I want to be in here. Plus, I don't want to talk to you a lot. So you can just use the power and that'll be it for right now. And then Naruto's like, so you being bougie right now? You being basic? Okay, say less. So Naruto, Kakashi, and Sasuke using KCMO get back to the Leaf Village like very quickly. Naruto does. It takes them like another day. So when Naruto gets back, they're already there. When Naruto gets back, it's taking them like another day. And May was like, Naruto, you seem pretty different. And when Naruto gets back, Zabuza and Haku like, we set up the meeting anyway. What's going on? And Haku's like, Naruto, either you got taller or you got stronger. Or maybe you just gotten dumber. And Naruto looks at Haku and was like, maybe you shouldn't talk, given the fact that, I can almost one-tap you now. Not like I wasn't able to do that before. And she was like, oh yeah, I would like to see you try. And Naruto's like, oh, say less. Get some beat on somebody today. And Zabuza was like, Naruto, you know damn well that is not fair. And Naruto's like, no, 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 no. You're not gonna take this away from me. She clearly wants to smoke, so might as well dish the smoke out while I still got it. And Zabuza was like, no, just no. Anyway, the meeting will be held a week from now. And Naruto's like, that's awesome, that's awesome, that's awesome. So when Naruto's like, all right, fine, fine, fine. Let's go and address the Leaf Village because Naruto, after like a certain amount of time, Naruto actually wanted to know what the Leaf Village thought of what he was doing to it. So he instead of addressing the Leaf Village altogether, he just basically put notes around saying that people will be coming around to collect some feedback for what he's helping, like for what he's doing with the village, and then we'll just go from there. So a lot of the notes, like after like the people go around, after Shinobi go around and collect the notes, a lot of the notes are like thanking him for helping out. Most of the notes are like, this can be better. Um, maybe you can make a police force and then Shinobi. That way, those people that still have that Shinobi training could still become Shinobi, like a form of Shinobi, like a police force. And Naruto thinks about that and he's like, that's not that bad of an idea. I think I'm gonna do that. So Naruto begins he picks out someone that mans the police force, and I'm gonna say that person isn't Zabuza, because let's be honest here, Zabuza's not gonna want to stay inside of a village and man the police force, and there's clearly people's heads he could be chopping off. Oof, that's not good. So Naruto basically tells him like, maybe we can say it's who can be the leader? And he's just thinking about like out this, like he's just saying this like out loud. And Shikamaru was like, maybe Choji doesn't have anything better else to do. And I was like, I guess, yeah, yeah, Choji, yeah, Choji. So Choji becomes like the new the leader of like the police force, and Naruto's like, okay, is that everything that we need to do? And May was like, not necessarily Naruto. There's still that one thing that you need to do. And before May could even finish the sentence, a huge, like, a, like, um, like a huge sand ball like appears over the Leaf Village, and out of the sand ball, Gara comes and he's like, Naruto, like, we need your help now. And this is where I'm gonna end this part off. If y'all enjoyed the video, drop a like. If y'all enjoy my content, please subscribe. But then I'm Shinobi, and peace out.